This was the match yesterday on the 28th after a long Thanksgiving weekend here in the States. And start off with a big hand. Lots of distribution. And on these hands, you should be optimistic and maybe even a little bit more aggressive than you normally would. Both hands, right, are distributional. South is a little concerned about a misfit with their singleton spade. We get this 3-club rebid. And South can count on 4 clubs here. You're not going to bid at the 3 level with 3. You bid a spade or something. So now the concerns of a misfit are gone. We have a club fit, and we could end up in 3 no trump fairly easily here. But I mean, we've got 6, 8, 14 points opposite a good opener who's bid 3 clubs. We've only got a singleton in their suit. I mean, if we get aggressive, right, and bid 4 clubs here, then I think we're gonna get some action. We'll get a 4 diamond, a control bid, maybe a heart control bid. And with 3 key cards, North is able to use 4 no trump here as an asking bid. Let's say we play 0, 3, 1, 4. Okay, that's showing key cards. And key cards are the 4 aces and the king of trump. In this case, the king of trump is clubs, right? So South is able to say they have 2, the king of clubs and the ace of hearts, but they deny the queen, and they do that by bidding 5 hearts. So this is 2 key cards, no queen. All right. And then that's 5 key cards for North, a fit, and he's the one that knows there's 6, 5, and now we're going to get optimistic. Now we're going to get aggressive, right? So how would we go about getting to 7 clubs? Right. Well, what if we bid 5 spades? In this situation, 5 spades can't be asking for a queen. Bidding 1 above would normally be asking for a queen, but we know we don't have the queen of hearts. We've already been told that. So I think in this case, 5 spades would be a grand slam try in asking about spades. South now is more than willing to cooperate in a grand slam. Right? There are no club spade losers in his hand, so he can bid 7 clubs. So is this crazy? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter what you lead here. This is going to make North simply can rough out his spades because of the fortunate trump break means that there's enough trumps to rough out his spades, and he will eventually take all the tricks for a very good grand slam. So our teams didn't get there. They were far more reasonable, less aggressive than I am, I guess, and at least on this particular hand. We had 1 stopping in 3 no trump, which makes, and another stopping in 4 spades. It must have been a spade rebid, I assume. And we end up in 4 spades. Those are all both fine contracts, and in this match, it was basically a wash. But there was a club slam here if we just pay attention to distribution and do a little bit more than just counting points. Once we find that club fit, we're off to the races. Okay, so board 2. This was also an overtrick difference, probably on the lead. Both get to 3 no trump. There was one bid that I questioned. In East here, what do we bid? 7, 5 is 12. One of the tables bid 1 no trump, and unless they're playing one no trump response as a different range, and I'm off base. But at 12 points in standard, we don't want to bid 1 no trump here. That could get passed. If you're somehow playing that 1 no trump is forcing over 1 diamond, you're fine. But I'm not sure why they would be playing that. So we have 12. We're a little worried about hearts, so we could start with a game forcing 2 over 1 bid. 2 no trump here then would mean I have the majors controlled. And you wouldn't jump to 3 here because you got a nice hand. You got 14 points. Just in case partner has something special or partner wants to play in a minor. What if they What if they have 6 clubs? Maybe we're looking at a club slam. So since the game force is in place with 2 clubs, assuming you play it that way, you're going to get another bid. Right? And then we'll get to 3 no trump. And this makes easily. You can pick up your extra tricks in clubs. Right? We got 2 spades, 3 hearts for 5, 6 with the ace of clubs. We're going to get at least 1 diamond for 7. So we just need to pick up 2 more tricks, and we can do that simply by setting up the clubs. So this is board 3, and kind of a fun board because each of the hands has 10 high card points. Right? It's a perfectly democratic hand. Just the way it's supposed to be. And it's amazing these hands don't come up more often, but they don't. So sitting the first 3 seats, I think passes are fine. There's no compelling reason for anybody to bid. I think that very aggressive players might open West's hand with the 2 aces, but you're not doing much damage opening 1 diamond. Gets around to East. I think most East would pass, and sitting in East seat, I think that's one thing you should thinking about. Do I have some reason to think I can make a positive score? Right? If I can make a positive score, then it's worth opening. Right? You don't want to open it and make a negative score. The rule of 15. Well, this was one short of the rule of 15, but those rules of whatever are sort of arbitrary anyways. We have King Jack at the top of our spade suit, which is nice. We're going to open a club. Might even consider passing a heart. Or if your partner bids heart, maybe bid spades. It doesn't seem like you can land in too much trouble here. So I guess I appreciate the aggressive bid here with 10 points. I think sitting south, I would now double. Now I'm willing to look for a major fit, and I have a little bit of tolerance for diamonds. Certainly, we in West Seat you have to bid something, so you bid your heart. North doesn't want to play. Maybe a spade here, and then we get to 1 no trump. And this is a pretty safe contract. I think it might go down on a club lead. If you can set up your clubs real fast, you might, and then maybe pick up a couple diamond tricks and a spade trick. I don't know. I think clubs is the killer lead, but I don't think you're going to get a club lead. Get a diamond lead, and you're going to make any other lead makes as well. The kings are so perfectly placed for East, who took a chance here, and her partner West will come through and make 1 no trump on this hand, and well done for a little swing. Like I said, these are big swings, but on the other hand, they're not huge risks either. And I think this. Let me check. Yeah, this is a 3-point swing for East-West, and nicely done. Really good job. All right, so we get to board 4. Somewhere along the line, I missed the memo on how to preempt, I guess. Both tables here open 2 diamonds with this very good diamond suit. And I would open 3 diamonds. I guess if I'm going to preempt, I preempt. I don't get this opening 2 diamonds with 3 diamonds. You're weak. You're not really thinking about game. If you had 9 points maybe, and you were like you were torn. Is this a 1-hand or is this a 3-hand? So maybe you'd open at 2 as a compromise. I don't know. I don't get it. 2 diamonds lets them in the door, and if you don't let them in the door, then they don't get the contract, okay? Or they get the contract at too high a level, right? But here they just simply bid 2 hearts. Now I don't know why neither West bid. Your partner could have 16 points, 17 points, right? Whatever it would take up to the amount where you would double, right? And you have 10. I mean, if they have 15 points, you could easily be looking at a no trump game, a 3 no trump, because you have the ace queen 5th in the danger suit. So I don't get not bidding here. I think that it's a 2 no trump bid, and then I think probably East will pass. And 2 no trump makes it easily. And in the meantime, you haven't accidentally missed a no trump game just in case your partner is stronger. So I think West owes a bid with 10 points. Um, both tables end up in two hearts, and one table does not make. And sadly, that's because we don't think at the very start of the hand. Um, at one table, East ducks this diamond. Let me ask you this: do you really want to be roughing diamonds? Right? You only have 7 hearts to begin with. There is a likely 4-2 split or 5-1 split coming because you've heard a preempt to your right. You don't want to immediately be put in the position of having to rough diamond tricks. Okay, so I think that's the mistake here. Is you just got to go up, right, and then make a decision on which black suit you're going to start discarding from. And I think that looking at the hand here, we're going to discard spades because we have no idea that what the distribution is in the black suits. As it turns out, discarding clubs works out better, but only because the spades split 3-3. So you get a length trick in spades. But at this point in time, you're certainly thinking, okay, I can discard a spade. Right? So the ace of diamonds is a clear play. You don't want to be roughing. Look at your tricks too. We're only trying to make 2, right? And chances are we have 5 hearts. We have 6 with the ace of diamonds. We have 7 with the ace of clubs. This isn't that hard of a hand, right? We got the ace, jack, 10, 9 of clubs. Right? Once trumps are cleared, we're bound to get another trick. Right? So just a matter of taking your time at the beginning of the hand, assess what you know about the hands from the bidding. Think about how you're going to play the hand. And on this case, one of the things you're going to think of right away is, oh boy, I do not want to be roughing with these big hearts in my hand. I'm going to need all of these hearts to pull trump and keep control. As soon as they have you roughing hearts, you've lost control of the hand. So that's that. All right, so here we are at board 5. A sad situation. We have a big swing when one self does not make. So what went wrong? Well, chances are it went wrong in the planning. Both tables had the same auctions, and I think it's a fine auction. The superior contract is spades, 4 spades, and if I were North, I might try to get that in somehow, maybe by using new minor forcing here, bid 3 clubs, and that'll get our partner to bid 3 hearts, showing 3 hearts, right? And then we can bid 3 spades. And now we're obviously saying we have 4 hearts and 4 spades, and that might lead South to go ahead and bid 4 spades, which is a better contract. But it doesn't really matter because 3 no trump makes as well, and it's a Swiss game, so the difference of 10 points is not going to matter. Let's see, 630 or 650. If you get to 630 and no trump, and you might only make 600. Anyways, we get a club lead. We have to plan right from the beginning. We start by counting our winners, right? Well, we have 3 spades. We have 4 with the ace of hearts. We have 5, 6 in clubs. We have 7 with the ace of diamonds. Right? So we need 2 more tricks. Well, the spades are looking really good for another trick. That would be one trick that we would need. And then we have 2 finesses, right? 2 chances of picking up a queen. That's our 9 tricks. But we can't squander them. We have to, right? We don't want to. One table immediately started pulling their spades right here. The spades can wait. Let's use this club entry, right? We only have basically 2 entries, right? We have the ace. We have this opening lead that got us a lead here, and we have the queen of spades, right? Because we can't go back up to the ace of clubs without and take a finesse. Because if we lose, they're going to run their club suit. So we have 2 entries: the ace of clubs, in this case the king of clubs, and the queen of spades. So let's not waste them. Take the diamond finesse first, right? Because that at least will we're not giving away the 10-9 queen, right? The 10-9 eights that we're missing in the heart suit, right? We have better medium cards here. So, and why not lead the 10 of diamonds? Wouldn't we like to see this covered? Right? Let's say that they stick in the jack of diamonds. That'd be kind of cool. Because now we have another finesse. You see why? Now the king of diamonds lies between the ace and the 9 of diamonds. right? And we've just picked up our extra trick right there. In fact, that finesse is going to be repeatable. Right? So I think I'd start with the 10 of diamonds on the off chance that you get a mistake out of East. If they duck, I'm not sure, this clearly looks like the beginning of a finesse. We end up there. Now we can go back in spades and we can try the other finesse. And this is safely made, right? And they'll pick that one up. But now the rest of our tricks are easy to pick up, right? So we just needed to get 2 more tricks, and we found them by simply, we had 3 chances. We had a diamond finesse, we had a heart finesse, and we had spade length. And as it turns out, they all break nicely except for the heart finesse, and that we are good to make our game. So it's planning. Got to look ahead. So we're on board 6 now. This was there was no blood on this board. One team made 140 and the other made 170 maybe, but no biggie. Double check that. Make sure that I got the right board. Yeah. Oh, they made. Well, I see. One table only bid 2 spades. So I think I would have made the game try as well. Not sure how they made their game try. We got a pass here, right, with our 5, 6, 7. This hand can open a club. They can rebid 2 clubs. So this is not a bad hand to open with 11 points. There's a very convenient rebid. And then West, I guess they could double here. I'm not a fan of doubling here. I feel like I've got 14 points. And I'm not sure why I can't bid a spade, and when my partner advances something, I can't rebid my hearts. If I double, it just, I'm not sure. I get the idea that we're short in the bid suit, but it's a club suit. I don't know. I think I'd bid spades. 4, 6, 8. Does North owe a bid? I think they do, and they have a negative double to make, right? Very easy bid. And then what does East do, right? He's advancing. His partner's overcalled. It could have as few as 7 points, and that's what he has, is 7 points. But the real question is whether you want to make a constructive bid here, or you want to make a constructive bid, meaning like 8, 9 points. I have a good response for you, or whether you want to make some sort of jump fit, right? This is a nice bid here. This is a mixed raise. This bid says I have 4 and 6 and 9 points, 7, 9 points, right? A constructive raise and 4 support. That's a really nice bid in this situation. If you have that one, kind of looks like a Bergen bid, right? And it's just used in this situation. If you just wanted to make a competitive bid, you might try 2 spades here. But without anything fancy, I think 2 spades is a perfectly fine bid. I think the problem here is that West has this club shortage, and it's going to make him want to look for game. A nice little gadget that I like is one the robots play also, right? With 2 no trump here is unspecified shortness. Right? That's kind of a cool bid, and that's a 2 no trump, just bidding 1 trump plus 1, right? And that's unspecified shortness. So that's a cool bid, and then your partner can go on to game if they were strong, or whether they can ask if they were curious as to where your shortness is. That's one way to do it. I play with my partner Mark. We play that bidding 2 no trump says show me a suit that you can help me out in, and that actually bidding a suit is shortness. So this for us is stiff or void, right? And a game try. Right. So that's the number of ways to make a game try here. All of them much better than simply bidding 3 spades. In any event, ends up at 2 spades at one table, 3 spades at the other, and absent an error in play, it will make, and you'll be fine. All right, and we get to board 7. On board 7, we got him in some bad positions here. Um, First of all, what do we open on North? I had somebody opened a diamond and then rebid. I think planning to rebid a club. Um, I'm gonna just bid a club, and I'm just gonna support diamonds, and I guess I'm gonna rebid my club or bid no trump if my partner happens to bid spades. But I just hate showing the fudging on distribution. I understand that some people will agree that they will do this, but it's a 9 card. It's a really awkward hand. 5-4-4s are terrible hands, and I prefer to make them less confusing by simply keeping my distributions in the right order. I'm not going to reverse. I will say that. Okay, if I get a diamond bid, I can bid a heart. That's not a lie. If I get a heart bid, I'm going to bid. I'm going to bid one no trump. I'm not going to reverse. Right. I'm just going to call for my 5-4-4 a no trumpy hand, and hope my partner has spades. Okay, so I open a club. At the table, somebody opened a diamond. We get a double. It makes perfect sense. No one's going to bid with this hand. And what do we bid here? Well, definitionally, right? One no trump, a balanced hand, 8 to 10 points, 8 to 9 points, or 7 to 9 points, more modern. But that's what you got. Let's just bid it, right? And this is an awkward hand to play. It makes one no trump. Just a matter of patience. Because all of the strength is in North, he eventually ends up in a position where everything he pitches hurts him. And then you can throw him in, and he has to lead to you. And even if you get off to a good start, right, with the Queen of Clubs, right, and then maybe a diamond return, right, so that we actually can score the 10 diamonds, right. Problem is the only thing we're ever going to get is we're going to want to hold on to the Ace Queen. But now when we go back, we knock out the Ace of Clubs, right, to set up our club trick. What we're hoping is that our partner can get back in, or they eventually have to lead to us. And it just doesn't happen. By the time they have to lead to you, they have scored all the tricks they need. And they put you in the position of having to lead back at them. I mean, the 4 diamonds and the 5 of hearts are about the only expendable cards here, maybe the 9 of hearts. And then after that, it really starts to hurt. Right, so let's say they take a finesse. Lead back spade. Right. Now what do you start pitching? I guess the 9 of hearts here, right? 7 clubs. 7 clubs, you're actually throwing away a trick if you happen to get in. Just as nasty. About this time, you should realize that your partner is never getting in. Your Queen of Diamonds now is sort of expendable. So let's see, they'll take another finesse. I guess there's no finesse there. They just, I'm going to take their Ace of Hearts. Maybe leave the Ace of Spades. Make you pitch one more time. 7 of Clubs. Right. Then what are you going to do? You're going to get your your King of Hearts, your King of Clubs, your Ace of Diamonds, your 3 tricks, and then you got to give up 2, and they're making their contract. So all right, and on to the 8th hand. So I don't know. I'm not fond of the auctions that occurred at the table. We had 2 passes, then 1 spade, and then a pass, and we jumped to 4 spades. I guess if you go file it under bid what you think you can make, and you think you can make 4 spades, and you just bid it. It certainly will shut your partner up. You won't go look for slam. I just worry in these situations that you're jumping to 4 spades and you're down 1 and you're making a negative score that you didn't need to make. There's no promise that North-South have anything, right? That they've got a heart contract or something and can make 140, and you can always outbid them. Right? I don't know. On the other hand, the hand is really interesting hand. If you look closely at West's hand, it's 6 points, but it's only got 8 losers in it. It's you're looking for your partner to have some help in hearts, and that's about it. And hopefully he's got a bunch of losers and clubs. So is it crazy? What if you make sort of some semi-forcing one no trump bid and your partner bids 2 clubs, and then you go ahead and make an invitational bid with 6 points and 8 losers? That might be a little nuts. I kind of like it though. Your partner will accept it, and now you're getting a 4 spades not because you were worried about shutting out the opponent, but because you actually have a hand that works for a game hand. Anyways, and like I said, if you're just bidding 1 spade and then 4 spades because that's what you think you can make, that's fine too. If you bid 4 spades planning to make game, I have no problems with it. If you're bidding 4 spades because you're worried the opponents have something, I think you're stretching it. I mean, your partner had an opening hand and you had 6 points, right? That means that probably you have 18, 19 points, and they're going to have to make a 21, 22 point game. Where's that going to be? In clubs? Right? Clubs would look like the most likely trump suit based on your shortness. So anyways, if they have hearts, let's say they have hearts and they get to 3 hearts, well, then you can outbid them 4 spades and and just save there. And if you happen to make, great, and if you happen to go down 1, that's fine. But I just don't know that in a lot of situations 1 spade 4 spades isn't going to basically end you up 1 down without any reason to make a negative score. But if you are bidding it because 1 spade 4 spades and you think you can make 4 spades, that's fine. I get that, but I think this is a hand that has some game potential and is not a preemptive hand, right? And I'm suggesting kind of a crazy auction, I guess. A little crazy. I have 6 points, but it's they fit really nice. I mean, I'm looking just for a heart fit, a heart honor, or maybe even the Jack 10-9, anything, right? That can be over there and it'll work good as long as he doesn't have like 3 losers. Anyways, that's it for the week, and thank you very much. We'll see you next time.